Hello, sysfailure here again. Today I'm going to show you how to make some incredibly compact little minecart stations thanks to the new features in 1.7. If you've watched the most popular video I've got, you will see I did a fully automatic train station, and it worked on the principle that the carts were brought round, destroyed, put back into the dispensers, ready to launch off again. Good concept. Couple of problems with it, and that's if, say, you had maybe a big network or whatever. Even if you start putting chests in for extra storage, it's perfectly possible to run into a situation where either you'll totally run out of minecarts, or you'll end up with so many minecarts that it overflows. So either way, not good. Well, a couple of ways I'm going to show you today actually fix basically all those problems. So I just got a lovely desert train station here, and just using some of the new blocks just because I could. And I've just gone ahead and linked up round to itself, as there's been a little bit of a disaster over there and the rail's falling apart, but never mind. So just set up for demonstration. This is the arrival station. So I've just wandered around here. There we go. And we get ourselves a minecart. In we go. And we'd head off. And then as we arrive at our arrival station, boop, and there we are. So if you had seen that other video, you would have known upon arrival, the person had to get out of the car, and in the car headed off back into the system to reload. Well, obviously, I didn't have to get out of the car. I actually was teleported out to there. That's because I have here one of the detector rails, and there's a command block just beneath here, and it teleports people from here onto the platform just there. I don't know when this changed, but it used to be impossible to teleport somebody out of a minecart. It kind of went all funny. As there's no idea when that changed, but it is possible now, so that solves the problem of AFK people not getting out of the cart. And if anybody's questioning, oh, command blocks, can't use them in survival, well, you're not likely to be building massive train systems in survival, and if you have a multiplayer server, the person who builds the train systems probably has the command blocks. So we've got that out of the way anyway. So it hops you out, and then along comes the minecart, and it goes into some lava. So we're clearly destroying them. So if we're destroying them, who's refilling the system? Because clearly I'm getting minecarts. Maybe I've hordes stored in the system? No. Well, I'm going to show you method number 1. Method number 2 will be in a little bit. But here's method number 1. We have a dispenser down here, which just sends off up the track. And we have one minecart inside it. If I press the button, off it goes. And I look inside, and we have one minecart inside it. So what's happening is it's one of the new commands in 1.7. So a dispenser here, we have our little comparator, and it knows there's an item in it, so it's keeping the torch turned off. The moment that empties, the torch goes on, activates this command block here, and it's the new set block command. So it's just targeting these coordinates here, 23, which is the dispenser, and direction 1. Doesn't want to work without a direction, but ironically at the same time, directions are not actually working. The only reason it keeps facing this way is because there are walls on all the other sides of it. It's a bit of an odd bug. Treasure chests do the same thing. They will face towards the gap. So what's also important is it's set to replace. Reason for that is that because there's already a dispenser there, if we didn't, it would just go, well, there's one there, and not replace it. But we want to replace it with one that has some items inside it. So items have slot 0. Obviously you could fill all the slots if you want. And ID 328, which is the minecart rideable. And count of 1. So simply one of them in slot 0. Quite simple. Now you may be wondering, why do I have a piston here? Because if we press the button, you can see the piston does nothing, just moves. Nothing at all. Well, that's because the command that causes this to be replaced doesn't always trigger an update of this. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So all it's really doing is going through here, depowering this for a moment, and then it gives a block update to this position here where the extended arm is, and a block update is enough for this to then check and find out it's full again. And that's the only reason it's there, but without it, this system is not reliable in the slightest. But we can make this even smaller. We can have a different one. So it says it's quite good for filling dispensers, like for arrows, etc. But let's go look at the other possible options, shall we? We just get rid of these. Obviously just stick them off into the lava. Off you go. And this is option number 2. So if you watch the track carefully, press the button and we have Minecart. And there's another one. And there's another one. There they go. So this one's even more simple. Just take this block out here. We have a command block with the summon command, which I've forgotten to take the slash from the beginning of. And all it's doing is summoning a minecart rideable entity, and it's just relative 111, which is putting on the tracks there. So you could have it hooked up to this if you wanted, or a button or whatever. And that's about as small as you're going to get. And somebody could just wander to the station and you have a cart. You just head off. There we go. So as well, if you had some sort of detector thing here, then you could have it at the moment people get in, sets it off, then it's fully automatic. Don't have to refill it, don't have to worry about it backing up. And all this really is for show, because it takes up bugger all space at all. Obviously the summon option won't work for refilling dispensers if you put like arrows or food or whatever in them. But there are 2 possible options, and they have other uses as well. But there you go. Super compact minecart station options, and no need to go anywhere near them ever again. Yeah. So as per usual, thanks for watching and bye-bye. Oh, no, hang on a minute, hang on. I know the combination here, it's... Oh, it's not that. Hello, Dr. Kleiner! Dr. Kleiner! Hello, I can't get the button open.